Today we're going to look at a segment, an area of a segment example. And this example is right from your text from section 6.6. So you can follow along as we go through it and kind of hear how it works step by step rather than just seeing the process. So if we look at this example, find the area of a segment. So as soon as you see what you need to find the area of, the first thing I suggest doing is writing down the formula for that segment. So the area of a segment is area equals a over 360 times pi r squared minus 1/2 base times height. A little more involved, quite a bit more involved than our area of a sector from before. But the idea behind this formula here is this piece right here is the sector. And what I'm subtracting away is the triangle of that sector I don't want. So it's a triangle portion of the sector that goes away to create the segment. So if you look at the picture over here, you can think about if I colored this whole thing in, this whole 90-degree sector, that would be a sector. But what I want is a segment, so I take the sector and I subtract that triangle that is not shaded in. So that's the idea behind the formula. Now if we fill in everything we know, I have the area, we don't know, we're trying to solve for that. The A, the amount of the circle that I want is 90 degrees, so 90 out of 360, times pi. My radius is 6, so 6 squared, and then minus the base and height of the triangle. And if you look at this, the base and the height are actually the radius of the circle, so the base and the height are both 6. So now that I filled in everything I know, let's simplify as much as we can. And again, I'd like you to leave everything in terms of pi, and so don't multiply pi through, just leave it as it is. So if I go through this, 90 over 360, well, I can break that fraction down, and it breaks down to 1/4. A much nicer fraction to deal with. 6 squared gives me 36. And then over here I have minus 1/2, 6 times 6 again is 36. Taking it one step further, again, if you want to put over 1 or over 1 to the 36 pi and the 36, you can. Right, so if you want to make this over 1 and make this over 1, and multiply across the top and bottom, I have the area equals 36 pi over 4 minus 36 over 2. And here my last step here is going to be get this fraction down to something simpler. So 36 pi over 4, well 36 divided by 4 just leaves me with a 9, so I have 9 pi. And then 36 divided by 2 gives me 18. Now since I want you to leave it in terms of pi, I don't want you to go any further. You cannot combine 9 pi and 18 because the 18 does not have a pi in it. So we leave our answer as is, area equals 9 pi minus 18 for our segment above.